Welcome to the People Leaders Podcast, the audio resource for managers and business leaders creating high-performing teams. Join leadership and team development experts Jan and Michelle Turkelson each week as they explore both subjects from every angle. Through practical tips, valuable insights, and compelling interviews with leadership experts around the world, you'll learn how to bring out the best in your staff and how to give your best as a leader.
We have got a very, very special podcast today. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that, Jan?
So as you know from our previous podcast, we went to Vanuatu on our family holiday to do some business planning. And because we're in the mindset of looking at people leadership, we had the pleasure of experiencing a Kava tasting from a Chief Sam. And Chief Sam is an actual chief of a particular island in Vanuatu, and he is our special guest today on our podcast. So welcome, Chief.
Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you. Okay, so let's start at the top, Chief. If I could ask you, what is your full name?
My full name is Sam Kainu Torobi.
Thank you.
That's my full name.
Fantastic. Now, what island are you the chief of?
I'm from an island called Futuna.
Futuna?
It's a small island situated in the south of Vanuatu with only 4 villages in there.
4 villages, wonderful. And how many people?
There are about 300 plus people that live on the island, which we've got only one language there, whereas some other parts of the islands they've got more than 2-3 languages.
Wow. Okay, fantastic. All right. So what are the main responsibilities of a chief?
Chief is, chief's been passed from generation to generation. And it's only passing from father to son. And it's a bloodline. It's like a king. So the main responsibility back in the villages and community for the chief is to look after the people. They are the people that they are the only person in the villages. They solve problems and make sure there are people live in peace. The community live in peace. Happy. Yeah. So there'll be no fighting, no problems, no crime or violence in the village. They are the ones be there and make sure all these are not happen. So people live happily. So in the community on the villages.
So would you say that you know that you're being a good chief when there's peace, when people are living together harmoniously, what other things would you see in your community that you could say, yes, I'm being a good chief? What would you be seeing?
It's one thing you see is that when you do the talking or when you pass on the message, the people pick up the message. That means you do the talking, the work is done.
Right.
Because people respect you because you've done all this.
Right.
So that's the reflection from the villages or the communities.
Fantastic.
Very good. So what problems does the chief have to solve?
Most the problems in the villages mainly young people, especially young people. Sometimes they get drunk, they do silly things. Steal things from other places. Sometimes it happens when they get drunk in the villages. The other thing is the most problem which chief solve is villages accrue with other villages for the land.
Oh, okay.
Our island is quite small.
Yes.
So some people know the bloodline which land this comes from.
Belongs to them.
Right.
Demarcation.
Some people think it's theirs.
Yes.
So this is one of the main things that happens in our island. So every time, most of the years, nearly every year, we sit and solve and correct the person. This land belongs to someone else.
So how do you solve those problems? What do you do?
We call meetings into parties.
Yes.
For example, if there's 2 problems in the parties, the chief is the person that solves the problems. So they call the 2 parties, had a meeting. It's like a parliament. And it's a place where chiefs holds meetings called Anakaman.
Mm-hmm.
So it's on Marae.
Ah, Brahma,
Yeah, Marae. So everybody, once the chiefs pass on the message,
That's it.
all the chief villages come together and they solve the problem, the issue.
right.
How do you know that you've come up with the best solution when you have to solve the problem? How do you know?
It's a chief is when solve problems like a chief judges, you know.
Judge, yeah.
Yeah,
judge.
Chief Justice,
Yeah,
yes.
this judge.
Yes.
He charges. Because the chiefs has to know that, for example, if two parties argue for a land, the chiefs has to know the histories.
Yes.
Context.
Yeah,
context,
information.
yes.
Yes,
Information,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
So
So you have to do your homework.
Yes,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
So the chief is like a neutral person. So when this party do the talking, the other party, you're going the wrong ways, and they are witnesses.
That's right.
They
A
are the
witness and a
witness.
facilitator. Yeah.
Witnesses. They know. No, this the bloodline comes from here and not goes this way. No, they will explain. They will have the chief explain who's the rightful person for the land.
So when someone is talking, do other people talk over each other and start to argue? Does that happen?
No.
So
They're always with respect.
always, right.
Yeah, with respect. And the thing is, the women are not allowed to speak when they come to a chief Marae or Chief Naksamat. Only the men do talking. So you're in court, you have to raise your hand and do the talking. It's the same process.
Gee, we'd be in trouble, wouldn't we, Shan? Scribbling on bits of paper, passing it on. I've got a question, and it's like, who taught you how to be a chief?
No, it's passed on from bloodline.
Yeah.
So it's follow the blood. So if there's a good chiefs out there, and then they start passing it on, they always be, once you become a chief, you always be a good person. People will also look at you.
Okay, 'cause a couple of times you've used the word respect. You know, like you have to have respect in order for people to listen to your message and take that message on and do it. Can you share with us, how do you develop respect? Because you might have the authority as a chief, but not everyone will do what someone says just because you've got the authority. And you said, respect is very important. How do you develop respect?
Respect is how you behave.
How you behave?
Yes.
Yeah.
How you show you to other people.
Right.
The appearance. If you're in problem, I'm the first person to come up and help you.
Right.
Oh, wow, that's great.
Service.
The service.
Yeah.
At the end, they'll show that respect to you. You're the person that, like I've said, it solves problems. Any problems coming, he'll be there for you.
And so no matter
So
what,
the chief has always got your back.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, you're
yes,
always,
yes.
no matter what it
So
is.
for us, a chief, we always respect chiefs. Because at the end of the day, you had a problem in the village. There's no one else to run to.
Yeah.
No
The
one
buck
else.
stopped with you, Chief.
If you got your dad, that goes to the chief.
Yeah.
There's no one else.
Yeah.
Because the message from chief to chiefs, very, very, very strong. The very strong message.
So what is the most difficult thing about being a chief? What is hard about being a chief?
It's really hard.
Yeah.
To be a chief, you have to be brave.
Brave.
You have to be brave. You need this. So you have to know your histories, the ways of living back in the islands. You have to know all this. You have to have pigs. You have to have gardening. Yeah.
What was the other one? Peace.
Pigs. The pig, the pig task, but the pig.
Picking the right people?
No. It's an animal.
Oh,
the pigs. Like the resources. Got it. Yeah.
Pigs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pigs. our local food. You have to the cotton. So all this, when you have to be someone else. So when you standing there and do the talking, everybody look at you. Yes, this guy is wealthy too. So if someone in your family, for example, someone in my family had a problem, I can help. So I've got pigs.
Right.
To solve the problem.
Right.
So I've got this to solve this.
Yes, okay, yeah.
Right.
So you're contributing
Right,
to
so
it.
he's got
Yes.
resources to
That's
solve
right.
the
Yes,
problems. That's
yes,
right.
yes.
Beautiful.
And also when it's not just the resources, it's when big ceremonies in the village.
Yeah.
You're the first person to be there with something else.
Right.
Yes. What do you like about being a chief? What's good about being a chief?
Good of being a chief is, everyone's respect you. And it also, when you pass a message, you say a little bit, that thing can speak.
Right.
Oh, great. Yeah.
So
It
people
grows.
grab what you say.
From little things.
Yeah.
So when I do the talking, the work is done. Because as a chief, the chief says, so do this. So
Yeah, the chief said to do this, so it gets it done.
Yes.
And sometimes, does that not happen? The chief has said something to get it done, and then you look and it hasn't been done. Does that happen sometimes?
Sometimes happen.
Yeah.
Sometimes happen only in some areas in chiefs that they are involved in some other issues in the villages, maybe with other families. So it might be done, but not really done.
Yeah, not done the way that you would have
Yes,
expected.
yes.
Yeah. So what do you do then if it's not done the way that you expected it to be done?
In the villages, there are not just one chiefs. There are it's passing from generation to generation. There are about 2 to 3, 4 chiefs in the tribe. So if I notice that this family, we are not that circle, we have solved our problems.
Yes.
One of my next chief is coming over to do that.
Right. So it's like leadership.
Yes.
Like people leaders.
Yes, people leaders.
And so do you, as chiefs, do you come together regularly to talk about certain things?
Yes.
And is there a process?
How do you do that? How do you come together?
The chiefs, for example, where I'm from, there is the chiefs council.
Chief council.
Yeah. So
Do you have Kava at the Chiefs
Yes.
Council? Yes.
So after the meeting, we got action list. We talked about it, how to look after this, do that for the communities or for the villages. And at the end of the meeting, the chiefs always finishes with a cow.
Yes.
She
That's
comes,
a great way to finish the meeting.
Yeah.
makes someone relax.
That's right.
makes it-
So, if you were to give any advice to the next chief, in the generation that they would be able to take on, what would be a really important lesson or guideline that you would want to share with that person?
The pass it on is the way you look at yourself and you look at the people. So if people think you're a good chief and then you knew what you have been done or you've been doing, so the next chiefs come, if you pass it on to someone else, you've been experienced what happened. So you will guide him. You have to be. The first thing is you have to respect other people.
Yeah.
First, respect other people. Do it at home.
Starts with you.
Yeah, starts with you at
great.
home.
Yeah.
Respect whoever at home. People will see, they will respect you. And the other thing is, don't involve in other issues for other people. Because some people know they've got issues. They've got different little issues that people can put in mind.
Right.
Yeah.
So always be careful of that. So stay aware in problems.
Right. So are you saying be really clear about what problem you're solving or what the issue is? So set up that.
Yes. And don't involve in issues.
Right.
I mean, there are two parties arguing, and then instead of being neutral, you go to the other party.
Right. So you're saying it's important to
to stay clear.
Stay clear.
Yeah, and know what's going on. That's very good advice, Chief. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So on behalf of people leaders, unless you've got another question, that has been fantastic, Chief Sam, Jan, and I really appreciate the time that you've given us and the wisdom, and thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode of the People Leaders Podcast. For show notes and other resources, please visit us at peopleleaderspodcast.com. And while you're there, you can subscribe for future episodes so you can continue your own leadership journey. And please be sure to share this and other episodes with your friends and colleagues. The People Leaders Podcast is brought to you by the Experts on Air Podcast Network.